Yep. The game is still on, right? There's still 8 minutes left in the game. I've stopped watching. I just can't. I can't watch this anymore. I wanted to quit watching at halftime, and I probably should have done so because this is absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. Going into this game in my preview, I thought this was gonna be pretty bad. I thought the selections were really questionable from Eddie Jones. Never did I know that it was gonna be this atrocious for a test match against the B team of the Springboks. Okay? This reminded me of a word. I had to this really is epitome of nepotism that I'm watching here. Vunivalu just got sent off the field with a yellow card penalty try because he thinks he's playing rugby league. He thinks it's okay to slap the ball down just before the try line because he's still playing rugby league. And because Eddie Jones selected him based on nepotism, not because of his skill, not because of his talent, not because of his performance in Super Rugby, which I watched for the whole season, that this guy cannot read the defense. Vunivalu, he cannot read the defense. It's like watching Stevie Wonder just reading a book. And guess what? He knocks the ball down, penalty try. Yellow card. 10 minutes left. And also, Tom Hooper was so bad. Okay? He was so bad, he got taken off the field 30 minutes in the first half. The debutant, Tom Hooper. And you know what? His selection was based on, literally, Eddie Jones said this to the media, recommendations by the Brumbies staff, by Mark Latham and Laurie Fisher. Gets dominated by this in the set piece, gets dominated at the breakdown. Yeah, let's put this rookie on the field who's played 4 weeks for the Brumbies. Yes, you heard me right. Not the whole season for the Brumbies. 4 weeks. And like 3 of those came off the bench. And that's the guy that was starting today for the Wallabies in the blindside flanker position. And you're telling me that's not selection based on nepotism? I don't know what that is. If Eddie Jones has watched Vunivalu play 1 game for the Reds, he wouldn't know that this guy can't fucking defend. He doesn't understand the fucking game. He brings him to start. Oh yeah, Springbok just scored. Congratulations. Unbelievable. I can't even believe what I watched today. Eddie Jones promised me that he's going to bring out a Wallaby style, Australian style, right? He made that statement this week. You know what I saw this week? You know what I saw this game? Missed tackles. Yeah, pretty standard. I expected that. Dominated at a lineouts, overthrow lineouts, not straight. Yeah, I expected that. I mean, altitude probably. Dropping balls. And there's one thing actually. Eddie Jones did surprise me with one thing. Never in my whole fucking life watching the Wallabies play. I even watched games for the Wallabies before I was even born. Okay? That's how many games I watched from the Wallabies. And never in my whole life have I ever seen the Wallabies I tried to kick a 60 fucking meter penalty. This is the first time I've seen the fucking Wallabies attempt a 60 fucking meter penalty. That's first time in the history ever. If you can send me a video of the Wallabies kicking a 60-meter penalty goal or even attempting a 60-meter penalty goal, please send it to me because I have never seen that in my whole life. Unbelievably bad. Yeah, we're losing the game, right? Badly. Let's try a 60-meter penalty goal to make up for the gap. To make up for the 15-point gap. Let's take a throw from 60 meters out. From an angle, right? Just, barely inside the fucking 15-meter line. from the side, right? Let's try that, guys. That's how we're gonna win this test match. We just need like 6 more of these and we can retake the lead. Are you fucking kidding me? Unbelievable. Unbelievably bad. You mean people were laughing about the Springboks B team? The Springboks team has been training for years for this. Their B team has been given time and time and time again, opportunity after opportunities last year, preparing for this. And they've learned throughout the last many games that they play together exactly what they need to do. Yes, their polish is not as good. The lineout's still struggling a bit. Marvin Ori is still struggling a bit. Klein struggling a little bit. First game for the Springboks. But the fundamentals, what they wanted to do, is solid. They know what they want to do with their kicking game. They know what they want to do at the breakdown. They know how they're going to defend the game. They know the areas which they want to attack. They know the players they want to use to get themselves the scores. Curry out answer. Unbelievable. And Kane and Moody on the other side of the wing, making breaks. The Springboks knew exactly what to do. Billy LaRue controlling the game from the back, coming up to play that second playmaker position like he did last year. Unbelievably good. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. The polish might not be there. There was a few drop balls. The Wallabies, you tell me what the Wallabies trying to do today. Other than trying to kick a fucking penalty 60 meters out, you tell me what they're fucking trying to do today. You tell me what the fucking game plan was today. Other than handing fucking caps to people who don't fucking deserve it, you tell me what the fucking team achieved today. Fucking nepotism. Fucking people, who the fuck selected this team? Unbelievable. I actually can't believe how fucking bad this is. Last year with Dave Rennie in charge, I actually never had a problem with Dave Rennie. I feel like Dave Rennie really got hard done by because of his backroom staff members were atrocious. The assistant coaches were atrocious. And the boardroom members from Rugby Australia wasn't giving him the right support. That's what I felt where Dave Rennie failed. Not because of the coach. You can see what the Wallabies tried to do. The Wallabies had a game time. They had set pieces that they wanted to do. They had set attacking moves that they wanted to do. They wanted to execute, and they found success in some times, some parts. Even though the game didn't go their way a lot of times. But you can see the game, they had a plan, they had a structure. I don't know what the fuck the plan is today. I don't know what the fucking structure is today. What the fuck is Australian style rugby? I don't know what the fuck this was. I've never seen half the shit that Eddie Jones tried to do in the field today, other than the kicking game. Which, to be fair, wasn't too bad at times. That's probably the only thing that I think the Wallabies kind of managed. Fucking horrendous. And the game is still on. I think the Wallabies just scored. Carter Gordon just scored, okay? He's the only player who deserved the debut today. And maybe it's Zan Nongo as well. Potentially Zan Nongo, if injuries wasn't an issue, right? Carter Gordon just scored for the Wallabies. He's the only one who actually deserved some time on the field today out of the 4, okay? You know what's really funny? Richie Arnold, right? I just realized this. Richie Arnold debuted for the Wallabies at the age of 33. He's debuted literally because he looks like his brother, right? Because Eddie Jones wanted his brother Rory Arnold, and Rory Arnold hasn't played rugby because his club was suspended in Japan. So Eddie Jones went, let's just grab Richie, right? I mean, what else could you fucking say? Richie Arnold plays in France, I guess. I mean, 8 tries to 1, and there was 2 penalty tries this game. There was a penalty more try, okay? Fair enough. Springboks was pretty good. Again, the Brumbies has one of the best mauls, best set piece, right? The Reds also has one of the best set pieces in Super Rugby. And how did we get dominated badly in the mauls and the set piece? I don't understand. I actually don't know how Eddie Jones came to the selections that we got dominated in the set piece, right? 2 penalty tries, man. And Vunivalu, man, you're the worst. You should just quit, man. I know you just signed for 2 more years. Go back to rugby league, mate. Because you're a joke. You're a fucking joke. You come out and cry about, he literally came out, Vunivalu literally came out in the media and cried about, oh, Dave Rennie keeps telling me to push harder. Yeah, I couldn't. I mean, that's too hard. I mean, I didn't like that. He told me that I should be pushing harder, run faster, and I got injured because of it. My coach told me to run faster and push myself a little bit, and I got hurt. Oh my god! Get the fuck out of rugby! Fucking piece of shit. Vunivalu. Unbelievable. Go have a fucking cry, you fucking loser. Oh my god, the coach pushed me too hard, and I got injured. I couldn't do it, man. That's not my style. You know, I'm not my style to push hard in training. I like to push myself in the games. Get the fuck out of here, Vunivalu. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And Reece Hodge, by the way, was doing the goal kicking today. 0%. 0%. How did they put on a goal kicker that's 0% tonight? Quay Cooper was on the field, and Quay Cooper had 100% success rate. As far as I can remember. Not 100%, close to 100%, like 80, 90% success rate. Goal kicking, he wasn't kicking. Reece Hodge, 0%, 0 goal, 0, not a single goal. This conversion just kicked by Carter Gordon. 0 for Reece Hodge tonight. Oh yeah, he was playing center. Yes. Great selection, Eddie Jones. Put Reece Hodge as starting center. Unbelievable. Anyway, I have some notes. Let's talk about this stupid garbage, right? Maybe watching this will be more important. It will save you some time for watching this atrocity that was on display tonight in Highvale in South Africa, right? Oh my god. Yeah. So early in the game, Wallabies give away a penalty like right away, and this was 53 meters out. You know, in altitude, Manny Lubbock attempts a 53-meter goal kick. I mean, I know Manny Lubbock can, you know, he's not greatest goal kicker, he's improving, but I thought 53 was a bit far for him, and sure enough, just a bit short. They thought the altitude was going to help him, just a bit short. Manny Lubbock, Vinny LaRue immediately in the game, showing his experience, managing the game from behind, getting the Wallabies was playing the kicking game. He's just like managing it left and right, calm and cool as a cucumber. World-class performance by Billy LaRue. Once again, showing off his class, something that the Wallabies don't fucking have. 8 minutes into the game, Wallabies gets the first try on the board, and I thought, you know, this was really lucky, but I thought maybe the Wallabies has turned a corner here. They got my hopes up, right? The Wallabies throws a line out. He gets spoiled by the Springboks, right? But Alan Alato was able to reclaim the bounce on the ground, right? So technically not lost this line out. The ball gets spun out wide. Quay Cooper gets the ball. Was under a bit of pressure from the rush defense. Good hands passing out. Quick hands to the winger. Marika Corambetti runs down the sideline, try into the corner, and like the entire Loafers verse field was silent. And I was like, is this something from my sound? No, it wasn't really like that. It was really bizarre how someone scored and nobody was cheering, right? Everybody was it was just like a weird, awkward mumble, like background noise that's going on, right? And then I was like, wow, we scored 5 points to 0, looking pretty good. Springboks B team might be a bit rusty, looking quite good. And I thought that, you know, quick ball to the winger looked like we've got something going on here, right? 10 minutes into the game, first scrum, the Springboks absolutely demolished us. And Ben O'Keefe, to be fair, was really, really trying to help out the Wallabies. I'm not going to lie. He tried, but it wasn't enough, right? Like, it was way too much of a gap. I mean, you need to bring back God. God needs to come down personally to save this Wallabies team, right? Ben O'Keefe, quite frankly, is not quite there to the level of God, right? So he wasn't able to. There was a number of scrums where I thought it could just be the penalties. Like, the Wallabies just pancaked thing under the pressure, and Ben O'Keefe just like, yeah, reset, guys. Try to save the Wallabies, you know, because we paid him good money, right? Because we're cheats. We paid him good money, but yeah, it wasn't enough to save us. 13 minutes of the game, there was a penalty of I think it was Michael Hooper on the breakdowns. Springboks gets a 3-point on the board. 15 minutes into the game, Springboks, just beautiful attack, man. Like, Villa LaRue was able to slot himself into the attack line. Good hands to the right wing where Caden Moody was. And the defense was atrocious. Moody makes a break on the right wing, right? So who's the right wing winger? That's Morgan Betty and Tom Wright, I guess. They down Moody makes a breakdown on his right wing. Ball comes back out, swings it back to the left wing. Curdy Alensa. Way too easy. Goes straight in for the first try for the Springboks. 10 points to 5 for the Springboks 15 minutes into the game. There was some massive defensive issues in the Wallabies. You can tell nobody knows where it's good to go. There was so many times infuriating to watch that you see wingers, fullbacks get caught in the rocks and get caught around the breakdowns for the Wallabies. And there was some, there was a more where Tom Wright was caught under it. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, let's move on from that. There was 30 minutes into the game. There was a line out. There was a line out for the Springboks. It was, again, this was Vunivalu at his finest for not being able to read what's going on in front of him, right? Like, the line out goes kind of long for the Springboks. The ball comes back to Bungim Bunabi. He runs down like the train tracks, essentially. Not the train tracks, in the line outs, goes to the blind side. And then there was Michael Hooper there, I'm pretty sure, marking Bunabi. And then what's his name? Curdy Alensa swings around. Vunivalu is on him. He completely misreads this. Vunivalu cuts in to try to take out Bunabi, who's already marked. Bunabi, all he had to do is offload to Curdy Alensa. Burns, completely destroys Vunivalu on the outside. Try time for the Springboks. 17 points to 5. 30 minutes into the game. Tom Hooper gets taken off the field. 30 minutes into the game. Great debut, mate. Great debut. Nepotism at its finest, right? Unbelievable. Shitty selections there. 35 minutes of the game. The wide wing gets opened up again by Kane and Moody. There was some nice chase by Vunivalu. Again, there was some, there was like a collision in the air. He makes a tackle, and then he puts his hand on the ground, crawls over the ball. Penalty, right? I mean, basic stuff. Basic rugby stuff. You can't crawl on the ground after you make the tackle to try to secure the ball. Penalty, right? Penalty. So just before halftime, the clock's in the red. Wallabies gets a penalty 60 meters out on an angle, right? On a freaking angle. So it's like 65 meters. They get Reese to take this just before halftime. I was so angry. I walked over from this TV. Honestly, I walked away from watching this. At halftime, he misses this, obviously. Halftime, there was some interesting, some ridiculous stats. Springboks 306 run meters, the Wallabies 177. Springboks conceded 10 turnovers. That is one bad thing. 33 tackles made for the Springboks, 9 missed tackles by the Springboks, 64 for the Wallabies, 12 missed tackles for the Wallabies. The Springboks already had 17 kicks at halftime. Wallabies 18. Penalty count 2-4. Missed goals. 3 missed goal kicks for the Wallabies. 0 for the first half. Springboks only missed 1. Actually, we forgot to do the match stats. So 8 tries to 2. The game is over. So we can finally get the match stats. 684 run meters for the Springboks. 385 for the Wallabies. Man, 19 turnovers conceded. So the Springboks had a lot of handling errors this game. The Wallabies 12. Defenders beaten 28-19. Tackles made. Springboks probably not going to be happy with this. Only had to make 67 tackles. 19 missed tackles. The Wallabies 28 missed tackles out of 141. 30 kicks in play for the Springboks. The Springboks actually realizes that it didn't have to play the kicking game like they did in the first half. They just switched up the game plan in the second half, just ran the ball. Wallabies stuck to their guns. 32 kicks. 1 conversion made by Carter Gordon. Lineouts was pretty bad for both teams. The 0 lineout loss, that's actually a wrong stat. Both teams has a bit of a shaky lineouts, overthrows, and so not. This is something the Springboks did really well this game. 3 penalties conceded. Something that Springboks has been a bit of an issue for the Springboks in recent times. Only 3 overall. 3, that is unbelievably good for the Springboks. Wallabies, 13 penalties, 2 yellow cards. 2 penalty tries actually as well out of the yellow cards. And anyway, second half starts. The game only got worse. Like you can tell when that 3-point was taken from 63, the Wallabies was out of ideas. And sure enough, that's pretty much what's happening in the second half. There was the breakdown was really, really bad right away in the second half. There was no one committing the breakdowns. The Springboks was able to turn the ball over quite a number of times. 10 minutes into the second half, 50 minutes on the clock. The Springboks attack goes to the wing. Ardensa. Okay. I just want you to picture this, right? I actually couldn't believe my eyes. So the Springboks was, on a bit of a roll. The ball comes out. Again, Willie LaRue slots himself in the back line. Nice hands to Esterhuizen, crash ball down the field. Quick ball come out of his crash. Like, they know exactly what they're going to do, right? Like, the Springboks knew exactly what they needed to do. Esterhuizen's a big boy with physicality at center position. He crashes the ball. Quick ball comes out. Goes straight to the winger. And get this, right? Lukanyu Mum gets the ball. He draws Michael Hooper. Pops the ball to Kurti Ardensa. Kurti Ardensa had 2 defenders in front of him. He had Marika Corambetti and guess who? Vunivalu standing right in front of him. And he steps both of them. Kurti Ardensa beat both of the Wallaby wingers in this one play. And he scores. I genuinely was just baffled. I was so angry when I saw this. Both of our wingers got beaten by this guy. And this was a tiny little space on the sideline. And both of them got stepped. Unbelievable. Fucking unbelievable. 53 minutes in the game. Wallabies was defending a maul. There was a dummy maul. The Springboks really good at this. They set up a dummy maul. The Wallabies all committed. The entire 4-pack committed to the dummy maul. Okay? Who is coaching this garbage? The entire Wallaby 4-pack committed to the dummy maul. And then the Springboks runs away with the real one. Parecki comes in, grabs the maul, sacks the maul upon himself to over the try line to hold the ball up. Ben O'Keefe tries to cheat for the Wallabies, says he's held up. And then the referee from the sideline, the Italian referee, says, hey, Ben, I know you've received money from Australia, but I think this is actually a penalty try. We need to have a look at it. And Ben O'Keefe goes, oh, okay, let's have a look. Goes upstairs. Sure enough, Parecki pulls it down. Penalty try, yellow card. 53 minutes into the game, there was again, looked like the Springboks scored another try. The Springboks was throwing a line out. The out was actually stolen by the Wallabies, which was quite good. The Wallabies steals the line out. The ball comes back, goes to Vunivalu. He panics, doesn't know what to do, right? Because he doesn't know how to fucking play. He panics, tries to throw the pass. The ball gets knocked down. Manny Lebock scoops it up, runs in for the try. Looked like Manny Lebock scored. They reviewed. The ball was knocked down by Peter Septutoy. But again, Vunivalu was saved by this knock on. He would have been shitting himself after that, right? More scrum dominance after this because there was a play in the bin. Jordan Olesi gets onto the field, immediately misses a line-out throw, and then the scrummager immediately gets penalized as well. Matt Gibbon gets off for the Melbourne Rebels. Yes, the Melbourne Rebels gets a spot in the Wallabies. I would not have picked the Rebels forward pack for this. But hey, Eddie Jones thinks that the Rebels front row wasn't good. Sure enough, immediately lineouts got overthrown and the scrum gets penalized. Anyway. And then 68 minutes into the game, the Springboks putting more pressure on. Like I said, Vunivalu, no idea what the fuck he's doing down on the field. Slaps the ball down. Yellow card, penalty try, and I fucking walked away. And that's the reaction and fucking review from the Wallabies. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna take a fucking break and watch the All Blacks play Argentina, and hopefully, at least I'm not gonna get angry if the All Blacks lose or win. Okay, I'm gonna be entertained by that game. This is so fucking disappointing. Thanks for watching. Thank you.